Also, don't forget, let me go ahead and read the disclaimer one more time before we get off air, that the Plexus Virtual Summit is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. Plexus Virtual Summit, independent ambassadors, and Plexus Worldwide do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any diseases and take no responsibility for personal actions taken after the summit. Always consult with your doctor before beginning any diet or exercise program. Most participants in the summit are not medical personnel, and those that are do not know your medical history. Please consult with your physician if there are any concerns prior to and during your Plexus journey. All inspirational testimonies and posts and tips should not be considered medical advice and are not representative of Plexus Worldwide. They are tips, inspiration, and motivation provided to you based solely on the personal results or opinions of the individual speakers or postings. Phew. So, joining us now is
Ryan just said he's got a $250 gift card giveaway.
me pick somebody.
Unless you say you want him to.
Tell him.
$100.
Tell Ryan to pick a winner out of people who have purchased from him. I give them 30 minutes, guys. You have 30 minutes to get an order in. Ryan Higgins is fixing to draw for a $250 gift certificate. So whoever has placed an order today since the summit started and before 9 o'clock, he's going to draw for a $250 prize. Awesome. Very good. Thank you, Ryan, very much. That was a little news in from the hallway there. So we are now joined by Emerald Ambassadors, another Plexus power couple, Brent and Julie French, my personal upline and support, to say the least, in all of this craziness sometimes that I come up with.
Hey, we like you crazy.
You like my crazy?
Right.
My crazy is a good crazy sometimes.
Right.
Julie and I have been on a trip or two this year together, traveled cross country from one coast to the other and back. And so I want to welcome them onto the summit to give you a little bit of insight with you guys. Thanks for being here. Brent's been here, I think, all day long, right?
Yes.
Haven't been able to see you all day, but you've been here for support. Thank you very much. Tell me a little bit. I know your story, but maybe not everybody does. I know that your cousin Sandra introduced y'all to Plexus. What caught your eye finally on this product, and what got y'all started?
Good.
I've got laryngitis.
Whatever. It's past my bedtime.
Well, before I say that, Linda, I want to say thank you for doing this weekend. I mean, I'm telling you, you just stretched everybody, and it's been incredible. I've been manning the computer outside, and all the comments, you've just gone outside your box and to the top, and I just really appreciate that a lot. You've got a great team that built this behind, I'm so proud to say that they're in our downline, but this was their brainchild, and you guys did it all, so I thank you for that, and I'm glad that you guys are on our team. You guys are on our team. When I first told Linda about Plexus, she's the one person that I approached here in Pensacola, and I said, I've got this for you to look at. And she said, are you bringing this to me because I'm fat? I'm like, no, that's not the reason. No. But I thought that was pretty funny. Well, my cousin, Sandra Delaney, showed up in Pensacola one day, and she said, I've got this drink that I want you to try. It will help you lose weight. And, of course, I thought, she's a little crazy, but, she's from Louisiana. I grew up in Louisiana, so I knew, all of my family members, what they were like. And I said, nah, I don't believe it. Well, I tried it, and it was before Christmas. And I think I asked you if you wanted to try it, and you said, no, I don't want to try it.
Right.
I don't want to try it. If something, is wrong, you get sick, And we just laughed about it. But I tried the product, and saw some success with it, but it was right before Christmas, and I decided, at that time we didn't have the money to do anything with it. So at the end of that year, it was December of 2011, Julie and I talked to the kids, and we asked them to write down their goals what they wanted to see done in 2012. And we did the same thing, and both of us on our list wanted to lose weight, and both of us, Julie wanted to find something, or we wanted to find something on the side that we could make a little extra money, because we had 2 kids that were just put into braces that we had not budgeted for. So that's really what started it all. And then on the last day of December of 2011, they're offering a $10 off. So, being the person that took Lindalin's coupon class and knew that I needed to save some money, I signed up to get the $10 off. So that's really how we started, with Sandra giving us that information.
Right.
And then you jumped in right behind me, didn't you?
Right. Yeah, on the 5th, I guess. I think our product came in on the 3rd of January, and we started having some family members asking us what we were doing, and his little light came on, and he signed me up, and it went from there.
Yeah, that year Julie was turning 40, and she wanted to lose 45 pounds that year, so she did. She actually did by her birthday.
Right.
That was your goal. You surpassed that by your birthday. So when we jumped into the business, we found out that they had something called Fast Start Gold, and I thought, well, we might as well try. So we jumped in, and I made it, and then Julie was, of course, right underneath me, and she made it in a little shorter time than I did. So it was a blessing that we made that our first month. And that's really where everything started taking off. Got great team members like you guys on our team, and then it just started spreading from there.
Just all because of your crazy cousin from Louisiana.
All because of my crazy cousin from Louisiana.
I think everybody has a cousin or relative from Louisiana story that's involved in Plexus.
That's right.
Days. So
That's
somewhere down the tree.
Well, my aunt, I guess Sandra's mom, 70 plus years old, maybe 75, 76. And when she told me that she had lost 30 pounds and came off of medication, I thought, man, if she can do that, and at that age, I'm 43 years old, I should be able to do that. At that time, yeah. I'm 39 now. But also, my dad had terrible health, and he went home to be with the Lord about 6 months before we started Plexus. But we knew that if we didn't start taking care of ourselves and our health, we could be in the same position that he was in. My dad was diabetic. He had heart surgery. He had lost legs. He was on dialysis. And it was just, it was the perfect storm for him. Everything came against him. And I didn't want that to happen to us. We have 3 wonderful children, and I didn't want that to happen to me. Right. Speaking of my wonderful children, they've been here since Julie got here about 4:30, sitting outside. And my daughter, 15-year-old, babysat today, and she sent me a text, and she says, "Dad, I'll pay you the $30 that I made today if you'll take us home. We're ready to go home." And then I said, "Baby, I can't. We're on it." At 8:30, she says, "I'll even throw in my gift card that I got for Christmas." So guess what? Pawpaw took him home.
Oh, thank goodness for Pawpaw.
Thank God for Pawpaw. That's right.
Oh, gracious. Well, that's great. And your kids are supportive. They come to meetings all the time. And at Super Saturday, our daughters were spreading Plexus when they went to get coffee. I thought that was just the coolest thing. Do you have cards or samples?
That's right.
Anybody? So that was pretty fun. Now, you guys have a great team growing and still growing daily, with the posts that we see on the team page and everything. What is the one thing that you can say to everybody to what did y'all do in the beginning that started, just really grounded your team in the beginning?
I mean, I've heard a lot of people say this today, posted on Facebook and just shared our success. And, for the past several months, I kind of backed off from doing that. I wasn't posting as much. And I made a commitment to myself a couple of weeks ago that I was going to start this back again, at least post one thing a day. Although today it's been you know, just about every 30 minutes I've posted because I've given the update on who's next. But I think that was really important. And, you know, I missed that the last few months. I don't know if it was a thing of I don't want people getting mad at me, or I'm afraid, you know, somebody's going to defriend me or whatever. But I got to thinking about it, and, you know, I mean, we have a great product and we have a great company. And, you know, I'm doing a disservice if I don't share it with my friends.
Yeah. How many times have we talked about being the secret agents,
Right.
you know, more or less. So I can see where
Right.
you're coming from there.
I mean, I'm sitting back today and I'm in this room watching, and then, you know, all these testimonies that come up, and then when Janine sat in this chair and told that story,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it just, I think if I would have said no to this opportunity, there's a child right there and a mom that, you know, there's so many stories like that Lyndalyn, we hear them all the time. I know you hear them all the time also, but of people's lives that change, you know, people that were financially ruined and have started into Plexus, and Plexus has totally changed their future. And people who's, you know, my mother-in-law, who's come off of blood pressure, cholesterol medicine, and anxiety medicine. There's so many testimonies like that. And, you know, it makes me so thankful that we did post and that we did say yes. And, you know, early on, Sheila Medina told us that you've got to be a product of the product. And if you're a product of the product and you share that, the product will take care of itself. And that's exactly what has happened with our team. And, you know, we've just been extremely blessed.
I can't agree with you more on how blessed we are to have this product, and the simplicity of it and how well it works. I, you know, am thankful all the time that I didn't just blow you off like I had my other friends who, you know, may be watching today. You know, but it just wasn't the right time or the right place back then. But, you know, I just think back and go, wow, you know, what would have happened if I would have said, you know, that's just snake oil.
Right.
You hear it said so often, and if I wouldn't have said yes, you know, to coming over to the house and doing a little more research and going in here and Sheila and talking to her, you know, I didn't jump right in. I was a skeptic, but I think that it has been a major turning point in our family life and everything. That has been a major thing. So thank you guys for, you know, saying, okay,
thank you for saying yes.
I was the skeptic. I mean, we both were skeptical, but I was really the skeptic. And I remember laying in bed that night, and I think he had already signed up, and we were waiting for the product to come. And I remember laying in bed, and I turned over to him and I said, you know, don't you think we should take this to our friend who is a nurse and let her look at this? And he said, don't you realize that Sandra's, you know, a cardiac nurse? And I didn't realize it at that point, you know. And that right there was credible to me. And from then on, I was like, you know what? I mean, if she's a nurse and she's doing this, and this has got to be a good product.
Well, what I love is you went to the doctor.
Right.
After we had been on it for a while, and what did he say to you?
I had lost maybe 30 pounds. And, you know, he was looking at everything, and he thought everything looked great. And, you know, he told me, he said, you know, there's going to be some people who are going to ridicule you for taking a supplement to lose weight. He said, but, you know, when they do, you just look at them and say, well, how is it working for you with what you're doing? And all. He said, there's nothing wrong with doing that, you know. And hearing, I forget who said it earlier, oh, goodness.
There's only been 30
I know,
today,
there's
so,
only
you
been
know,
like
I don't know
30
how you
today.
didn't know.
But said it's not just exercise alone can't do it.
Right.
Well, that's right. Dieting and exercise alone can't do it. But when you have a product like Plexus that, you know, it gives you a second voice, and it helps you, and, you know, it helps sugar cravings and helps other things that, you know, it gives you that step that you need to take, and helps you.
It's just that tool.
Right.
you know, that you have.
Right.
And, you know, that goes for anything.
Right.
You got to find what works for you. You know, I've been on numerous other diet programs,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you have too.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there's times that counting points work for you, or counting calories, or whatever it is, you know, works for some people. I myself do not like to deprive myself of food. God gave me teeth for a reason.
That's right.
You know, and I like to use them. So, you know, being able to use the tool of that pink drink every morning, not to replace a meal, but just to help control those things, that's
Right.
just the tool that I choose, and it worked for me.
Right.
And it's the first thing that's worked in a long time.
Well, and for me, you know, we talk about this a lot, because he'll say to me, "Have you drank your drink yet today?" But for me, you know, in the beginning, it was my tool for weight loss, but it's replaced a hormone replacement therapy that I was taking, and I no longer have to take that anymore. But if I
So what you're saying is, I know if you miss drinking your pink drink.
yes, if I, you know, get busy and forget to drink my drink, you know, and if I go a day or two, I know my body tells me.
Evil Julie comes
Evil
out.
Julie comes out. That's right. My body tells me, and my
I go like
husband
this,
tells
then.
me, and my kids tell me. So, you know, it's more, like Roy said and many others, it's more than just weight loss. It's a health product. And, you know, I love what it's done for me and for Brent and so many others.
Now, how many guys do you guys have on your first level? Brent, we'll start with you. Do you
Gosh.
know?
20, 25 probably.
Okay.
Not all of them are active.
Yeah.
Working on that.
Mm-hmm. I have 57 on my
57.
first level. But again, not all of those are active.
Of course, we all know about non-active ambassadors.
Right.
Well, those are good numbers, you know, and I love what you know, Alfred said today. You know, that's the way it was set up, so that you didn't go terribly deep and make money with our company like so many other companies do with, you know, the way that it works. And I don't even begin to know how all of that works. I'm just happy that our stuff is simple. From the product to the compensation plan, it is all simple,
and it works.
And it works, so that all of us simple-minded people can just get on board and go with it. It's not rocket science. So.
You know, listening today to Celeste talking about having, was it 160, 100 and something wide, and I'm thinking, holy cow, you know. And that's where she got her width, and they just started taking her deep, and you know, there's something to that.
Yeah.
You know, being able to do that in your business. Yeah. It's amazing.
Absolutely. I think that, you know, we have been able to get a wealth of information today from a lot of people that all of us had heard bits and pieces from and about and everything, and got it all condensed into one place. And then to have the backup from doctors and pharmacists and personal trainers. I'm starting to lose my voice now.
Why?
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't expect it to happen until tomorrow, I guess. It'll be quiet at church tomorrow. But, you know, that backup from them and backup from Alfred on, you know, the simplicity and the compensation plan and why they did it, I think was just really, that's what's been great to me today, was to hear all of that stuff and what they've done and everything. So I know it's not 9 o'clock yet, but I think that we have all absorbed just about all we can today. Do you guys have any parting words that y'all want to share with everybody?
Yeah, I just have a couple things I want to say. I love how people in Plexus are paying it forward with what they've been able to do. I know Sarah Marble has done the orphanage with Angel House, and she sold water bottles and T-shirts, and then I know their team participated and they put a chunk of change in that. But there's an orphanage in India that's going to be housing a number of children because of a Plexus ambassador. And then we're in a group, and I saw around Christmas how many of them, what they did for others for Christmas, and, you know, at other times. And I'm just thankful that God has given us this gift of Plexus, that he helps us to pour in and to use in other people's lives. And secondly, I want to say thank you to all of you who participated in the call, and I say in the call, in the summit today. And so many people behind the scenes that's been out in the library out here, working on the computer, answering questions, going to get food and bringing it in. We're grateful for that.
Absolutely.
Except for when I was eating the chicken nugget and Chick-fil-A chicken nugget, and Lori started talking about the fungus. That was like, oh, okay, I had to put the chicken nugget down. But I want to say I'm appreciative to all of my Jewel friends that participated in the call with you today, and all of those that helped line up the other testimonies. And then Alfred, to have Alfred on our call, our international president. And I want to say thank you, Alfred, to you for, taking time out of your busy schedule and being here for Lindahlin and doing this today. That just means a whole lot. And there's just so many.
Well, while you're talking about Alfred, let's send a shout out to his assistant Christy, because she came in today also to make sure Alfred was able to get on and all today. So thank you to Christy as well.
Thank you, Christy.
That in.
I know Lindahlin Alfred is the one that sent you overtime, so that $7.50 an hour really goes to her and not to me. But
the checks in the mail.
The checks in the mail. The checks in the mail. But Lindahlin, you have done a fabulous job today, and we're so proud of you and what you've done today to make this successful. And I know that there's going to be rumblings and rumblings. A Diamond ambassador just messaged me before I came in here, and she said my phone and my messages have not stopped all day. And that's, to me, that's incredible. So people saw what was happening today, and the roar is out about Plexus.
Well, all I can say is let's just ride this thing. I hope that there was one person, at least one person, that was touched today by something they heard. It was just what they needed to hear, whether it be about the product or about the financial piece that you can get with this. So that was my goal in this from the very beginning, is just to continue to spread the word of Plexus. And then what it can do for you, whether it's financial, health, weight loss, whatever it takes you to, that's what it's about.
Also today having Roy Thomas open up his office here, and Roy has been wonderful behind the scenes as the producer and getting everybody lined out. So that's
if people
awesome.
Could see this place, we're talking. I think Roy told me 1,000 megabytes per second is what they have an internet speed
it's
here.
Amazing. It's amazing.
And this facility does business with NASA and a lot of fabulous things. So thank them very much.
They have some pretty cool robots here. So
they do have cool robots here. I haven't seen them work because I understand they're in a different facility, but that's pretty cool. Well, guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody tuning in all day today. If you're ready to buy or if you're ready to get involved, contact the person who invited you here today and get with them so that they can get you going on whatever it is that you're wanting to get started on. Thanks so much, and we are signing out from Pensacola, Florida. Good night.